Hey guys. Okay, so I just recorded the last video, and so let me try to explain what I'm doing here. I'm trying to learn the S&box editor. There's so many things that I do not know about game development. There's so many things about the S&box editor that I do not know or understand. So I'm kind of in the process of learning and figuring these things out. There's a vocabulary that is important to know, and I don't know it. So I wanted to get on here to share me going along learning this, partly to help you guys, partly to help myself learn it again. Because after I'm learning, as I'm learning, teaching what I've just learned helps me learn faster. So that's what I'm doing here. I've made a big long rambly version of me going around saying all the different things that I've learned, and it was like a 47-minute video or something like that. So I wanted to get on here again to make a hopefully more clear and concise version of the video, and I'm going to upload them both and see what you guys think. Most people probably won't watch the other one. That's fine and good, but either way. So this is S&box. If you don't know anything about S&box, it's made by Facepunch and Gary, the guy who made Gary's mod. So I think Facepunch is his company or game studio, something like that. They made S&box. It's made with a Source 2 engine. It's a Source 2 engine modified. A lot of things are changed to be more, I guess, friendly for any kind of games people would be making on here. Source 2 is the engine that Valve made so that for them to make their games. So I think Half-Life was made in an Alex 2 or whatever, Portal, Team Fortress, I don't know these games. The Valve games were made in Source 2. So if you're familiar with Gary's mod, this is a similar thing to Gary's mod, but it's similar but also completely different, because it's actually a whole game engine. So you have the game itself that you can find on Steam. Let me pull up Steam. So you can pull it up on Steam. The early access is no longer available, so I think the game is going to cost $20. Release date, I think, is April 28th, so not too long from now. You can open up the game here. This is going to give you access to all the other games that people have made and uploaded on here with S&box. So it's pretty cool. I've got some favorites so far. Let's see. I'm still kind of figuring this stuff out. I like Ragdoll Skaters, my favorite one right now. Micro Mayhem seems pretty cool. Dark Descent seems pretty cool. Jumper seems pretty cool. And then you've got Test Bed. So, okay, so that brings me to the next thing. I wanted to share with you guys the resources that I'm finding and coming across that are helping me learn the editor a lot better. So there's a couple of YouTube channels that I want to pull up real quick. There's Small Fish Dev. He's got I think 6 different video tutorials on something, and I haven't gone through them all yet, but I'm gonna say that this is probably a pretty good resource. Then you've got this guy. This is the guy that he's also got another longer tutorial. It's probably pretty good. I haven't made it through yet. But this guy talks about a lot of updates and things of what Facepunch and Gary Newman, the Gary's mod guy, what they're doing with S&box. He talks a lot about it pretty frequently. So he's going to be uploading probably pretty often. I'm going to say good resource. The next resource. So when you open up the editor, this is what you're going to see. I recommend clicking on the documentation. Read the documentation. It's going to bring you to this website. This is the S&box website. about, getting started, first steps. This is where I'm at right now. Read through this stuff. You're going to learn about a game called Test Bed. So let's pull up the game again. Test Bed. Okay, so there's the game. Let's go back to the resource. Okay. So here's what you just saw. The menu is our UI system, which is like HTML with C# inside. It's basically Blazor, if you ever heard of that. When you clicked on a title, okay, so when you open up Test Bed, there's going to be all these different scenes. All these different scenes. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot what I started talking about in the beginning of the video. I don't think I showed you guys the editor. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep on going, and I hope it works out good. So, open up Test Bed. You're going to see all these different scenes. Click through. Each thing is going to be like a little tiny mini game that you can play and move around and do stuff. So, do that. Explore it. And it's going to show you all kind of stuff. This is what they use, according to what they're saying here. This is what they use to test things and see if things are working right. So after you've done that, and hopefully you're learning a little bit of the terminology, you can download these things and open the scenes up in the editor, and then you're going to see a totally different perspective. You can change things, tweak things, move things around, and hopefully see what causes things to do what actions, you know. So, okay, so I think so far I just talked about the resources. I told you what I'm doing here. Then I talked about the resources. In the next one of these that I may have to make a little, just a little simple list, an outline of what I plan to talk about that would be helpful. But I'm going to carry on with this because I'm already going with it, and I'm not going to be able to redo it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so those are the resources that I've found. We've got the game here. Let's go to the editor, and we'll try to finish with this. Okay, so I must have shown you the editor. I think I started with that. You've got the hierarchy, the viewport, this is where the objects live, inspector, asset browser. I think that's it. I think I actually talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. So, yeah, I want to make my own game. I play Ascension and I get frustrated with things because I wish things were different. And it's been a dream for a long time to make my own game. It's something I've thought about since I was a little kid. My parents got divorced when I was 8, and every other weekend, me and my brother and my sister would spend the weekend with my grandparents, my mom, and my uncle, because they all lived together. And what me and my brother would do is we'd stay up late playing video games with my uncle. We played PlayStation. Actually, we didn't even play PlayStation. We played Xbox One. He had a Dreamcast, and I don't remember what other systems he had, but primarily we played the Xbox One. We played a game called Gauntlet. We played Hunter or Reckoning or something like that. We played Dungeons and Dragons. We played Baldur's Gate. Yeah, we used to stay up like really early in the morning playing games with our uncle, and it was fun. It was one of my childhood memories that I look back and it's like, yeah, we really enjoyed that. But yeah, ever since then I've always been interested in making my own video games, and it's been something that it's been in the back of my mind for a long time, but I haven't really been ready, or I guess able to do it. I don't know. So I'm trying to learn about it now. Yeah, There's Unreal Engine 5. It seems like it's probably very, very good. If you don't know this about S&box, is this: you're going to be able to export your games and sell them completely independent from FaceBunch and S&box. Completely independent. You don't owe them royalties or anything. You can upload your game on Steam, and yes, Steam is going to take a 30% cut, or you might be able to sell them on your own website. My mind is it seems worth it to just sell on Steam. There's a bunch of people already on Steam. There's a bunch of difficult things that are already figured out by just selling it on Steam. The platform is already there. You know what I mean? So that's seems to be like what I would want to do, at least for maybe my first game or two. And if I start really getting the hang of this and I put a lot of time into a bigger project, yeah, maybe I'll make my own website and see if I can sell it there apart from Steam. I don't know. But there's some great benefits to having it on Steam. They've come out with the Steam Deck. There's a Steam machine coming out. Yeah, the Steam Deck is like, handheld portable gaming. And imagine being able to play a game like League of Legends or World of Warcraft or something on, imagine playing Project Ascension on the Steam Deck. A little different because it's not mouse and keyboard, but yeah, it seems like it could be pretty cool. So yeah, you can export your games completely independent from S&box. That's the benefit of using S&box over Unreal Engine or Unity. As far as Godot, that's the other game engine that I hear people talking about. I don't know much about it. I did download it. I looked through it a little bit, and I don't understand it yet. Yeah. Okay, so there's one more thing I wanted to talk about before we end this, and it's ChatGPT or Grok. I don't think I talked about it yet, but I think I did mention how there's a big vocabulary of words that I don't understand. I don't know what they mean. Words like hot loading, HTML, JSON file. I don't know what this stuff is. So what I'm doing is I'm just saying, hey, explain this to me in 1 to 2 sentences or 1 to 3 sentences. And it's very helpful. If I don't do that, if you don't do that, and you don't know what these things mean, it's going to be hard to move forward. I tried watching some tutorials on YouTube, and I may have mentioned earlier or in the last video, but I feel like I need to just start at the ground. And when I watch these other tutorials, I feel like I'm starting off on the 5th or 15th floor, and it's like there's so many things that they're talking about I don't understand. I need to take it back a notch. So that's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, I feel good about this. We're only 13 minutes in. Let's call this video done. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful and you benefited from the resources that I've found. There's so many things that I don't know about this, but I am learning, and I know more than I knew when I started, So if you're starting out and you don't know anything about this, I hope this helps you. I'm uploading 2 different videos. The first one is going to be the long, drawn-out version, very unconcise, very scrambled, but it's kind of me collecting my thoughts and just speaking it all out. And here, more clear, more concise. So yeah, maybe I'll keep this thing going, we'll see. Or maybe I'll do a practice video, get my thoughts together, and then do the clear and concise one. We'll see. Okay guys, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.